the third try. If this goes down, it's probably the ghost because it's not me. Facebook was down earlier, but it's back. So anyway, let me just get back to where I was at the Hotel Monte Vista, supposed to be a haunted hotel. And I got to boogie out of here because I went to get breakfast this morning and I wound up at this Mexican place, which was supposed to have the very best breakfast, and wound up having enchiladas for breakfast, which is really kind of weird. But anyway, that's what I had. And I'm back here now, and I think I had told you before, this is a haunted hotel, or so they say. I heard some noise. I heard children out in the hall in the middle of the night making a lot of noise. This morning, when I went downstairs, I said, there were kids upstairs making a lot of noise. And they said, oh, yeah, well, there's the train comes here odd hours, so people, you know, check out at odd times, even in the middle of the night. So I said, oh, okay, that wasn't haunted then. However, there was an odd thing that happened. My charger has disappeared for my camera. The first thing I do when I check in anywhere is I set everything up to charge. So I plugged in the computer to charge, and I plugged in my phone to charge, and I took my camera charger out of the camera bag and put it on the table right next to the plug so that when one thing was charged, I could pop it in. However, it disappeared. I did not leave the room. I did not go anywhere. The charger disappeared. So this morning, and I look, honest to God, I took everything and I methodically checked it. Took everything out of my suitcases, everything out of my computer bag, everything out of my travel tote. The charger's not there. So I was telling the guy at the counter this morning, and he said, oh, I'll come, look for it with you. He came upstairs. We tore the bed apart. We looked underneath everything. We looked inside of everything, checked the trash, checked every cupboard or drawer in here. The charger is gone. I went out to breakfast and came back. I don't see it anywhere here. Doesn't look like my bags were touched. So what happened to my charger? I don't know. They have said that they've had poltergeist incidents here, so it could be that. And honest to goodness, even if I find my charger at my next stop, I am not going to think that I missed it, because when I looked at everything, I looked at everything. So I guess in a way you could say that was kind of a fun experience, except I want my charger back, and I've told whatever source that took it, put it back, please, because I want it back. Fortunately, I have a second charger in the car. Maybe I better not stay at any more haunted places, or who knows what will happen. So about my day yesterday, I went, and the first thing I did was took pictures of the outside of the motel, which I hope you took a look at, because it was a really quaint and cute place. I was in a handicapped room because I had told her I preferred first floor, and she said, well, I can put you in the first floor, but you're going to need to be in a handicapped room. So I said, whatever, if you don't mind, I don't mind. Well, it was all well and good. It was a lovely room until it came time to take my shower in the morning. And they have one of those things, the things that are attached so you can, do this thing and shower yourself. And that's really hard to try to take an efficient and comfortable shower. So I left it in the hook, and I kept trying to straighten it out and get underneath it and kind of wet myself and turn around and try to wet the front. And so, yeah, I didn't like that very much, especially because I don't like a half shower because, I get cold too easy, and I don't like the cold. So that was an adventure. Then I went to breakfast. They have free breakfast, and I had breakfast with a couple of really nice ladies, and we talked, and they were going to the balloon festival, and everybody in Albuquerque is shocked because I'm not going to the balloon festival. Well, let me tell you why. Number one, it's not on my time agenda. Number two, I went to the Houston Balloon Festival, and it was lovely, and I was with Sammy and Marky and my mom, and Sammy and my mom are no longer with us, and I bet it was okay. And so I didn't need to go this time. Also, another reason I don't go is I didn't want to waste extra money, and another reason I don't want to go is because I hate the sound of those burners. I have a fire thing, and they scare the crap out of me. So I did not go to the balloon festival, but I did post a picture of a bunch of balloons, and it was really weird because, you would think the sky full of balloons you would not be able to look anywhere and not see balloons. But you look one place, there they are. Good to see you guys too. Look all over there, and then I turned around and they're gone. It's like I did not see anywhere near the balloons and the periphery of the festival as I thought. But the most exciting thing that happened next was I went to meet with a girl who picked up one of the roaming rocks. Now, she had posted that she found a rock at the Giant in Normal, I think, and the one at the car place, excuse me. And she didn't want to post it on her personal page yet, because, or even on Grandview, rocks, because she is away from home and doesn't like to post when she's away from home. Kind of, it's her safety net, and I think that's hers. But anyway, we got to chatting back, but she said, oh, I'm doing Route 66. And I said, oh, so am I. And so from day to day, we'd check in on each other. Where are you? And we were both in Flagstaff at the same time. So yesterday morning, I went over to her hotel. That was a bit arduous because I kept missing the driveway. So I'd go around, up the highway, down the highway, back, around, up the highway, down the highway, and I missed that dang driveway. So finally, I parked in a motel a little bit away, and I asked the guy, do you mind if I leave my car here for a few minutes? I got to go bring something to a friend. So he said, okay. He said, good thing you told me that, because I tow. Well, good thing I thought of that. So I went and I met Julie, who you can see her picture in my album, and we just had such a good time. And I think it's so nice that people can meet and make new friends and travel and share, and that is an important part of my journey. So that was really good. So I'm already thinking, okay, I'm making progress now. So the next thing I did is I went to let's see. Oh, by the way, it is cold here. Cold, 38 degrees. And I'm going to have to take out but it's nice now. I guess that's the desert. It gets really cold at night, and then it warms up during the day. I went to, and this is another one of my hunter conquests, I went and I found the Madonna of the Trails, which is one of many across the country. I think there's 50 in all, but I could be wrong. Maybe there's one in every state. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's a statue of a woman carrying a baby with a little girl next to her. And the Daughters of the American Revolution sponsored them and had them put out. So I could not find it. My GPS told me it was there, and I'm looking and looking, and not there, and I go around the block, the same thing, around the block and around the block. But I found that one. It was on the left, and my GPS kept saying it was on the right. I got to know that little piece of it the time I was in Albuquerque. And so now I'm feeling good. I'm checking things out, and then I go where this is supposed to be El Vado Motel. And oh, my God, there is so much construction in Albuquerque. I figure I really am brave to go and drive around there. And so I went by it, and I couldn't see, are they taking it down? Are they fixing it? What's going on? So I had breakfast, and I took another roundabout with that one. Yesterday could have been a roundabout day, and that's all I did. But I saw they were restoring it, and it's so exciting. So go and look at my page where it says Hotel El Vado Motel, and it is going to be so dynamite. I'm going to have to come back just to stay there whenever they finish it. So that was pretty good. And another thing that came to me at that time, I believe this, and you follow me 20 years down the road, smaller is better. Everything from the tiny house movement to the vintage motels that I've been staying at, there are in some cases fewer amenities, but we really don't need them all anyway. We're really spoiled. So whatever the small businesses in your town, in your neighborhood, those are the people that are really hurting the most. Support those small businesses. You're going to pay a couple bucks more, but who cares? God is our source. And if you're putting it out there with good feelings, it's the same thing, like I say with tipping. Always tip, best, more than expected, and God will always keep you supplied. And so then after that, I was going to go to Mystery Rock in a place called Los Luna. Yeah. And which means the moon. And so I was going to find this, it was called the Mystery Rock. And it was also called the Ten Commandments Rock because there's this huge odd-shaped boulder, and somebody put the Hebrew Ten Commandments, you know, in Hebrew letters, the Ten Commandments on this rock. So I said, well, I'm going to go find that. So where do I go to find it? But I figure I looked at my map. Nothing was telling me. So, and my GPS was not telling me. It has its moment. So I went to, first I was going to go to the police department. I wasn't quite that ballsy at the moment. So then I said, well, I'm going to go to the library. And I can, you know, gift one of my books to the library. And that was hilarious. So I go to the library. And I'm asking about the Mystery Rock, and I say, oh, yeah, well, it's a little hike, and you got to do this. And I'm going, oh, hike? You know, I don't have my hiking shoes. I didn't bring hiking shoes. It's not a hike trip, you know. So, and she said, and you need to have a permit. And I'm like, I am not getting a permit to go take a picture of a rock. I'm not doing it. So then she said, well, you know, we got another really interesting place. It's petroglyphs. And I thought, ooh, petroglyphs. I want to go see those. So I said, oh, where is that? And she's, well, it's a little hike. Already, we're 1 point down. It's a little hike. Then she says, and you got to be sure to look out for the rattlesnakes. No, not going there. No petroglyphs for me. I will not go where it says, beware of rattlesnakes. I'm just saying, you know. I was thinking about that the other day with our snake that crossed the road and my obsession with snakes all of a sudden. And, you know, could you imagine? You certainly couldn't stop off by the side of the road if you had to pee. You'd have to come out with something significantly better than that. So then I went to, I went to this place. It's in Cuero, and it's called the Trading Post. The Villa de Cuero Trading Post, and that was just a cute little store. I had a good time. I bought myself some a blue cornflower, which I have no idea what I'm going to do with it yet. But when I get home, I'll figure something out. I think that's the thing they make blue tortilla chips out of, but I am not making blue tortilla chips, just so you know. Maybe cornbread, maybe something. I'll find out something to do with that. So anyway, while I'm in there, gotta pee. So I got gas and I had to pee. So I went and I asked where the ladies' room, and she said, oh, well, it's out the back door. And so she walks me to the back. She points over to a shedish kind of thing in the back. And she says, it's over there and it's unlocked. And so I go over, and when they said it's unlocked, that means there's a padlock hanging on this shed. And just the place, you know. So, but I really had to go. So I took the padlock off, and I walked in, and it's this kind of a storage place. And like the floors, they're wooden floors, and they kind of move a little bit when you walk on them. And I'm like, oh God, what am I doing here? Well, that is where the bathroom was. I did find it. And that was an interesting form of an outhouse of sorts. And so I came back in, and she told me I could wash my hands behind the deli counter. I guess not many people ask to use the restroom out there, but anyway. So I washed my hands, and I'm checking out. I found a couple things I needed, like scissors, so I could cut out the little circles for roaming rocks. So hopefully I'll be able to make some more roaming rocks tonight. And so I got the scissors. I got some little crayons. So I could, when I video with Tristan, I can draw pictures to show him. And it helps make our visit really fun. So, and I'm paying for my cornflower and my stuff. And a bug flew up my nose. And I'm like, a bug flew up my nose. I was so put off by it. I was in the middle paying my bill. I paid my bill and walked off without my package. But I stopped to take a picture of the trading post, which you can see in my album. And I said, oh, a bug flew up my nose. I lost my mind. And so that little adventure was fun. And then I went to a place called Isleta Pueblo. And there it was an old mission. It was built in 1631, I think. And that has grown to be a very big Catholic church in the in the Native American adobe fashion. It's absolutely stunning. You'll recognize a mission when you see it. So I had to find that. Oh, my stars. And where did I do? I drove around and around. I went up and down what are called tribal roads. Tribal roads are like dirt alleyways. And there's all these little adobe buildings, little square things, and they all have shutters on the doors. And I'm thinking, supposed to be here? Well, you know, I mean, there's a casino right down the road, so they certainly, and I have to laugh because you know what? Indians are getting us back for Manhattan and that wampum deal we did. So, you know, karma comes back and gets you. And the what do you call it? The casino lot was definitely full. But out where I was, there was nothing. There was these little adobe places, and all of them had like those dome ovens. I don't know if they're ovens or kilns. They must be ovens because I can't imagine anybody making that much pottery. And because every house had one, so it must be an oven. So I go and I look in my little Roaming Rocks bag, and I'm saying, what am I going to leave here? I found the perfect one. You have to go and look at it on my album. But it was round, and it kind of looked almost like it had a Native American pattern on this little mandala kind of thing. So I left that at the mission. I thought that was really cool. And I also wanted to kind of get out of, I was on the reservation. I really was. I was on the reservation in the neighborhood. And so I got my out of that one. But that was a great adventure. And let's see, what else did I do? Oh, I want to tell you, I don't take many pictures of the incredible, stunning terrain. And I regret one thing where it said scenic view, pull over. And I should have, because it was like this little cliffside adobe building thing with the mountains and mesas. And it's stunning. But a picture of it doesn't work. So it's wasting my time to take pictures that you look at and go, You have to see it. And it is so stunning when you see it. It's just breathtaking. You want to cry because it's so beautiful. So that's why there are not many pictures of scenery there. Okay, so my hotel tonight also has it has movie stars' names on all of the doors, for so many movie stars have stayed here. And they said that they even shot some Casablanca scenes here. They think they were post-production, but they did them to fill in blanks and complete things and like that. And Humphrey Bogart did stay here. And earlier I aired and said it was Humphrey Bogart's wife, which was wrong, that was in the movie with him. It was Ingrid Bergman. So I stand corrected. Alert the media. Okay. So I am late getting off today because I was so committed to get this video done so I could talk to y'all. And I thank you for checking in and being with me on my journey and enjoying my photos. Today I'm going to Oatman, and I have a little disappointment. I planned to surprise my nephew in Las Vegas, and unfortunately his work schedule took over, so that one's off the boards. But I'm going to backtrack and see some of the things I missed in Arizona. I think I'll pop up to Santa Fe on my way to Denver. So my little journey is starting to wind down. I got the rest of the way home is going to be straight driving and visiting family, which is a great blessing, and I'm ready for it. I keep thinking to myself, did I need to do this? Did I need to make this crazy 3.5-week adventure to help heal my loss? And every time I think about not doing it, I know in my heart and soul, I couldn't have come to this point of healing any other way. So, and I'm glad you're with me. So I'll be home soon, another number of days, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 days. So God bless you, my friends, and take care. I'll see you in cyberspace. Go check out my album. Bye.